about Starve. We were going to go and find some beefalo and collect some poop to make some turbo farm plots and that today, but I was looking at it and it is already day 6 and winter will be coming around day 20-ish, so rather than going and worrying about farm plots, I've gotta find my machine, sorry, we're going to start collecting, building, and preparing for winter instead, I think. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to build, oops, to be next to the machine to be able to use the prototype feature on the machine. We are going to start by researching and building the things we are going to need. Surviving winter is very important. It can be very harsh if you're not prepared. Oops. I forgot how many logs there are. One more cut stone. And we have our alchemy engine. Now if you watch when you prototype something, it raises your sanity. So if you need sanity in a pinch, learning blueprints or prototyping something is a great way to quickly boost your sanity. Now that we have an alchemy engine, we have almost everything unlocked that we could possibly need. There are a few things that you need the science manipulator for, which is that one. It requires a lot of resources that we don't have access to at this time, so we're not going to worry about that right now. What we want to get, because we are going to need some beefalo wool, we want a razor. The razor will also shave off my beard and give me beard hairs, but seeing as winter is going to be coming, we don't want to shave at the moment because the beard will help me stay warm in the winter time. Some more rocks. So we are going to need some more rocks. We are going to need, we have to make a list of things we're going to need. Yes, you're hungry. I was just getting to that. We are going to clean up the area here that we're going to be setting up our camp in, moving a couple things. I don't normally chop down the smaller trees, but this one is encroaching a little bit on my area here, so we're going to pull this one down and transplant it in the morning and we are going to dig up this sapling also because it's in my area. That can be transplanted too, again, without any penalties. We are going to need, let's get 3 boards. We are going to need a chest to hold all of this stuff we're not using at the moment. I don't have any ash, so we'll put that in there at the moment, for the moment. Extra of that. I'm not sure how I ended up with 2 picks, but we'll store 1 in there. And we don't need the monster meat, but okay, I went through last episode and I was just chopping down trees while I was talking without thinking, so I am going to replant some trees here. That is part of the reason why we spawned the tree guard, is I was chopping down trees without any care or concern for replanting them, and that is what will spawn a tree guard. If when you chop down a tree, you plant a pine cone, at least to make up for the tree you chopped down, it's kinda longer, I believe, between spawns of the tree guard, if actually any spawn at all. If you do it that way, I sometimes get them to spawn, but they don't spawn very often if I'm replacing the trees as I chop them up. We are going to move this sapling here. We'll move them up over to here. Now, let's see what we'll need to make for summer, or for winter. We are going to need, in survival, we are going to need that heat stone. I believe I said we needed, yes, we need more rocks. For food, we are going to need at least a drying rack, and we are going to need a crock pot. So we're going to need some more stone and charcoal. Charcoal is easy enough to get. We have plenty of pine cones here. We just need to find a somewhat safe area. And it used to be you could get charcoal like almost instantly, but they have nerfed trees slightly, so you can no longer burn them down and harvest them right after planting. It takes a little bit, but how I get charcoal is I will plant trees, normally in a row or a bunch pretty close together, not near anything else, because I don't want to destroy any of my other resources when I'm chopping down when I'm burning up my trees. But I go through and I plant the trees, and as you see, they're still considered pine cones. They'll start growing, and by tomorrow morning they should be burnable trees so that we can chop them down and then collect charcoal. I don't normally pick these carrots, but I'm going to pick these carrots because they're right here where my camp is, kinda like everything else in the way. We want a rather big area because after the preparation for winter and that we will have a lot of things going on around here, so we will need the room. Now, there is a new update coming in 7 days, and the update will be coming with caves. I am not sure if I'm going to jump into caves right away. I know that because I am excited to see caves, but I am not sure if I am going to cover caves right away, seeing as caves are said to be a more, there's some rocks over there, said to be a more advanced feature, and right now we are still trying to go over the basics. We'll head down here towards the rocks. Pick some, not that we need any more grass or any of that, but we'll head down here by the rocks, and we'll collect some of those up when we get back tomorrow. Our trees should be burnable. Going in the right direction, yes. Our trees should be burnable for our charcoal, and then we should have plenty of stuff to make the few things we are going to need for winter. A few things we're really going to need for winter. Now, you want to make sure when you go off to explore or to collect resources that you do not go with full bags. The choice is yours, what you want to carry in your bags. I always make sure I carry at least some of the 4 main resources, you know, the sticks or twigs, grass, logs, and flint, so that I can make my tools and a fire when I need it and that. Whether or not you take your full range of tools or not is is personal preference. I normally take any of the tools I might possibly need while I'm there with me, so that I don't have to make as many right away, or I don't have to make any right away if I find a resource that I want to collect. But I suggest you go with the least amount in your bags as possible, because as you're out exploring or you're out collecting your resources, you are going to need the bag space for the stuff you collect. So that's why we made a chest and we put those few things in it. It's mostly to clear out bag space. Oh, I'm going through pics like crazy today. But yes, about caves, eventually we will regenerate this world, because I believe to get caves we will have to regenerate our world to have those implemented. So we'll actually activate the the teleportato, and hop worlds so we can have our world regenerate, so that we can have caves. But like I said, that'll be eventually. That's not anything I have planned for right away. But I'm going to go in there and I'm going to check them out, and I'm going to see exactly how, like I said, they're supposed to be advanced features. So I'm going to check exactly how advanced they are, and I'll decide when and if we want to go. I want to go over those in the future. We have 7 days and they look really interesting. Okay, so how many rocks do we have? I think we need to spend a little bit more time on rocks. We're going to eat these. They're stale, but they're a health each, and they're just taking up space in my bag otherwise, so we'll just eat them. I'm going to put that down because I don't need that yet. The monster meat, I have no use for it right now, but it will turn into rot, which I then can burn for ashes, and the ashes combined with the one spider gland I have will make the healing salve. So we're going to save that monster meat for now. Just collect up a little bit more rocks here. As you can see, flint is abundant, so you don't have to take a lot of it with you on your journey, but you do want to make sure you take enough that you can make the tools you need in a pinch if you don't have any. Because if you don't have a pick on you and there's no flint just laying around, then you have no way of gathering flint whatsoever. So you do want to be very careful about the tools that you take and that stuff. Now let's head back. We'll set up, or we'll burn down our trees. I have to remember what I was doing. I get sidetracked and distracted very easily. And we'll show you how to, if that turkey's still out here being obnoxious, we'll take care of him too. Did we ever make a torch? It doesn't look like it. Okay, we're gonna make a torch. You equip it, and you click on the tree. See these little trees here? This is when they're burnable. They're not burnable as well, and they're still labeled as pine cones. Now, burned trees, no matter what size they are, always drop a charcoal, and sometimes a pine cone is the most efficient to burn the little trees. Here is, they would, if you chop them down before you burn them, they would only give you one log anyway. Each tree that you get the charcoal from, it just takes one swat with your axe and it just comes right down. Now, it used to be in beta that chopping down the burnt trees would anger the tree ants. I've not found that the charcoal or chopping down the burned trees does not any longer anger them. I do not believe. I've sat here in front of a neutral tree ant and chopped down charcoal trees, and it not aggroed him. So I believe that was something they may have changed in beta. Okay, so we have our stuff. Oops, let's get to the alchemy machine because that's the one we'll probably need. First, let's make our... Did we use a pillar pick? Yes, we did, but we have one in here. I prefer not to use 100% pick, but that's all I have, so that's what we are going to use. We are going to make sure we have heat stones. Heat stones for winter are very, very important. You put it near your fire, it heats up, you put it in your pocket when you go exploring, and it staves off the cold somewhat. Now, we were going to look at a crock pot. We need 3 cut stone. And we're going to put down a crock pot. And as soon as we get some actual food to cook, we'll worry about crock pot recipes. And drying wax, we need 3. Now, drying racks, there are 2 different ways to preserve food in Don't Starve. One is a refrigerator, the other is the drying racks. The refrigerator will preserve any type of food, and it preserves the freshness. It extends the freshness somewhat. I have not found that it's a significant amount, but I mean it does preserve it, just not a significant amount. Now the drying racks, and I said we were going to wait for these to rot, but I'll demonstrate the drying racks. The drying racks are for meat, and it turns the meat either into monster meat or it turns them into jerky. Just regular meat jerky. There's, monster meat jerky, regular jerky. There's also small jerkies, which the morsels and drumsticks and that turn into. Drying your meat extends its life significantly. A stack of dried meats can last you the entire winter. So it's nice to have drying racks so that you have meat for the entire winter, and so you have not spoiled meat the entire winter. Also, what I like to do for winter might kinda be cheating-ish is I like to stock up on rabbits. Rabbits, even though they do not stack, they also, if you don't kill them, they do not spoil. So normally I will, just in case emergencies, if I can't find any other food, I like to have a chest full of rabbits so that I have something to eat if I can't find food anywhere else. I have not picked up even one spider silk. I'm going to have to fix that because we are going to have to make a boomerang. So we're going to have to find where we left the spiders. We're also going to have to, because we need a winter cap, we're definitely going to need silk, and we're going to have to find some beefaloes because we're going to have to shave them. So we're still, even though I said we weren't going to go collect poop, we still have to go and find beefalo. Go for tomorrow. We don't need pine cones. You don't really need to take rocks, oh, except for these can stack, so that's okay. We're gonna take, we have more sticks than we need. Yeah, a couple. You always want to make sure you take your spear and your log suit. That log suit's almost dead. You'll want to make, we're going to go shave the beefaloes, so we are going to make sure we take our razor. We're probably going to have to collect some wood along the way because we don't have a lot. So we're going to take our shovel. Okay, let's go see if we can. Beefaloes normally are located on these areas here, so we're going to head that way. Grasslands, I guess they would be called. We are going to head off that way and check these grasslands down here, and hopefully we can find some beefaloes. We'll wait the night, and then when they fall asleep, it's day 9. They should not be in heat yet. I'm not going to make any guarantees about that. We may, before winter, harvest some of those beehives and create some bee boxes. There's our beefalo. We are going to collect some poop just because we're here, and, well, the poop's here. So we are going to collect some of the poop. It doesn't go bad, so it will store forever, and in case we have to move any berry bushes or anything. Now, the beefalo, as you can see, they're neutral unless they're in season, so they don't attack. They will, however, 39. Oh, that should be enough. If you attack one, any of the ones in the area will come running. What I do is I just try to lead the one I attacked away from, which it seems like they're everywhere, but I try to lead the one I attacked away from the group so that I can, wow, they are everywhere, so that I can take care of him. Yes, they are everywhere. So I can take care of him individually. They cannot be stun locked, and you can, dodge their attacks, but I've found their attacks are so slow, they normally only get, oh, another piece to the machine. Okay, come on, we need to get you away from the rest of the guys. Keep coming. Thank you. Okay, I got a horn on this one. The horn drops are not necessarily rare, but rare. So this is, you will always find the teleportato here in an area with a farm. I actually like to, I like to come through, and if I have the seeds, I plant the farm. That way, as I'm running through, I can come back through. And where did I leave my backpack? It shows up on the map, thankfully. I can come back through and I'll harvest as I'm running back and forth. So anytime I'm passing over by those farm plots. But you always find that part of the teleportato machine up by the, it'll have its own farm plots and some carrots and whatnot. Now, as you can see, the beefalo dropped a horn, it dropped some wool, and it dropped some meat, which we're going to go home and we're going to cook the meat in our crock pot that we just made. But we're going to, I don't need those sticks right now, and that grass suit is not as good as the log suit I have, so we'll just leave it there for now. I am going to come here though, and I am going to collect these carrots because I will use these carrots in our crock pot to make our meat. Actually, I might eat them tonight, depending. I'm starting to get a little hungry, so we may eat the carrots tonight and save the meat for the crock pot. And instead of covering, although I'll make it's all on the wiki, but instead of covering like all the food all at the same time, we'll cover hunger values of things as we go along, I think, because with preparing for winter coming and having to get all the resources together, doing one full day or one full episode, which comes out to be 3 to 4 days on just one thing. If we continue to do that, we won't be prepared for winter. Now you want to make sure you find, when you're coming to shave them, you want to make sure you find a rather large group. They fall asleep at nightfall, but you want to find a rather large group that's together so that you can shave them all at the same... Uh-oh. The dogs are coming. They're going to interfere with my shaving. This is not good. Okay, randomly about every 7 to 9 days, you will get a visit from what we call the Hellhounds, or, well, the Hounds. The Hellhounds are the red ones that start everything on fire. They can come at any time of day. It doesn't necessarily have to be at night. If you listen, you can hear the growling. And the first set of dogs always takes a while before it gets to you. As you get further up in the game, they will start coming. I believe they come closer together, but also they start coming faster from the first warning he gives you. So just note that they're not always going to take this long to show up. I mean, I could do my hair and all that before they bothered to show up here. Now we'll want to make sure that we have our log suit on. We've got our spear. Of course, they're definitely going to interfere with my shaving. Ugh. There they are. Now I just go and I don't bother with trying to juke them or that type of stuff. I just go and straight up beat the crap out of them. It just is so much easier that way. Okay, we don't have much time for night, so we are going to hurry up and shave these beefalo. Oh, come on, come on! No, not drop, not drop, not drop. You're not cooperating. I don't know if I got them all or not. It just was totally not cooperating. No, I missed one. One should be okay, though. Now, I wait for them to move away from their beefalo hair, because it doesn't matter what you equip in your hand. If you go over there and you just start pressing spacebar when you can't see the beefalo hair, like I said, the default on spacebar, no matter what you have equipped in your hand, is attack. So, and you don't want to be in a group of, what is this, 6 or 7 beefalo and smack one, because that could end very badly for you. So just a word of warning, when I'm working around things like this, I always single click on the things I'm looking to pick up. That saves me an untimely death due to get off the hair, damn it. An untimely death due to stupidity. But I am going to collect up the rest of this hair and head back home. I think I'm going to end the episode here, and we will pick up with finding some spiders to farm and farming some spider silk in the next episode, and continue preparing for winter. I believe we have 21, is that? Well, that should be plenty for what we need to do. So we are going to head back